Hey guys, just before we get into the video, I just want to mention I've had a few problems again with the PC. Hopefully they're sorted. It just started resetting itself for no reason. Hopefully we've resolved it. Might have been a loose connection or something like that, because waggled around with wires and that, and it seems to have worked. But fingers crossed it's sorted now. Other than that, I just want to let you know again, if you have any more fails that you find in your game and you want to submit them, you need to send them to gw365@gmail.com and use something like MediaFire to send them, and I can access them. I can look at them, play them back, and I'll be able to implement them into the fail of the month. Which that's what I wanted to do. Eventually, get it to fail of the fortnight and ideally fail of the week. But it's up to you guys, really. Your input would be greatly appreciated. I've already had some submissions, which is fantastic, and thank you to those guys who have. Right, let's just get into the video. Shut up, G. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life at Leeds with me, GWFM. We're on to episode 41. So today we've got games against Dortmund and Spurs. There's a guy in the FM community, relatively new actually, called Kanger FM. He's a Spurs fan, and he's done a save on Dortmund, which has just come to a close, I believe. And he's starting up an exciting new venture. Let's call it a venture for now. It's a project of that he's really excited about, and I think he's going to do well with it, and I think he himself is going to do well. He speaks really well. He's quite a funny guy, and I advise you to check him out. But into this video now, and like I said, we're playing Dortmund today in the quarter-final second leg. I'll let you know how we got on in the first part of it, and yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? Well, I don't really know what's been going on really on the injury front, because it was just ridiculous the amount of injuries we got. Like all those key players. I mean, let's have a quick look at the squad, shall we? At the minute, we've got quite a few. We've got Jordan Larson's out injured. Peacock Farrell's backup goalkeeper's injured. A few people have just come back. One being De La Feu, who's just come back. Pereira got injured as well. It meant that in the first leg, well, we'll come on to it shortly, but the first leg against Dortmund, there was a bit of a weird change, weird setup, but I'll get onto that shortly. So last time you joined us, it was against West Brom, which was a ball draw, 0-0, and we went down to 10 men in that game. We then followed that up with a disappointing 3-1 away defeat against Southampton, and it was just a shocking game, this. Don't think we really deserved to lose. In fact, I'm going to quickly just look at it now. It'll probably take a week to load. No, we had double the chances, just couldn't score. Apart from Isaac after 5 minutes, and just one of those games where you get FM'd. Then the game in question, we played against Dortmund, and we had, let's just say we had Iheanacho playing on the right wing, because we didn't have anyone who could play on the right hand side, because Eunice is cup tied because he played for Bordeaux earlier in the competition, and basically we were just screwed really. Larson picked up an injury after getting a goal, and Clough got 2 goals to give us a 3-1 win though against him, with Albania Mum is probably the best way I can describe that word, because that's what we used to call him on FIFA. By we I mean me and my friends, because we're mature like that. I know a lot of yellow cards, but you know, there's no one. I don't think there's anyone of note banned for the second leg. Worth noting, they've obviously got their away goal, which is a bit disappointing. But Clough had a storming game in that particular game, really. Then most recently we had another home game, this time against Newcastle, and we absolutely destroyed them. Now, there's a funny thing here, right? Because a few people have been on about Iheanacho and saying, "Oh, don't play him as a false 9." Up until this particular game, and I'll say what I did in this particular game as well, is he'd taken like 10 games to get 2 goals and 1 assist, playing as a complete forward. So that's why I tried putting him in the false 9 in the last video, like the first time I played him there. But I tried him again, brought him as a sub in this particular game. It was 2-1 at the time, and I put him in the complete forward role. Then I also moved Eunice across to the left hand side when I brought on Pereira. and he got 2 assists straight away, both to Iheanacho. So I'm wondering, is that something I can do? Get a bit of link up between Yunus and Iheanacho. Watch his space. Obviously, you won't be able to see it today because he's unregistered against. Oh, you might do that. You might see him against Tottenham. But we've got Dortmund, haven't we, away, and he's obviously unregistered against them. So let's have a look at them and see how their team matches up to ours. So their manager is Thomas Tuchel, who I believe took over from Jurgen Klopp. And he's a very, very good manager. Don't get me wrong at all. Nothing really stands out as poor apart from things that don't really matter as such. Fitness and goalkeepers, you could argue, but physiotherapy don't really need that, does it? But everything else is really good. So going to be in for a tough game, I think. The captain is Socrates. Not going to try and pronounce that last name. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I know about this guy because of FIFA. I used to have him in when I built German sides, just because he were like one of the quickest defenders and he was quite strong. So yeah, he's 31 years old now, and the only weakness I can see is his composure and decisions. Heading arguably as well, but only 12. But I still think he's going to be a very good defender. The vice captain is Felix Paslak, who again looks decent. Not the best defensively, to say as a fullback. 10 tackling is not the best, and position 10 is not very good. Neither is marking, to be fair. So yeah, maybe his other attributes like stand out massively, like his mental attributes. I say that, and he's got composure 10 and decisions 10, but yeah, not that good. But he's 21 years old, and only going to get better. Let's just say that. And then the key player is Pulisic, who very good off the ball, good first touch, flair player, dribbling's really good. He could cause us some problems, I feel. And he's another 21-year-old American as well, and he's got 46 caps at age 21. He's surely going to beat Landon Donovan's record. But yeah, they're the players to look out for in today's game. So the team for today's game is going to be Ruddy in goal with Manquillo at right back, Angelino at left back, and Nguyen and Veltman continuing in the middle of defence. We've got Arthur partnering Anthony Green in the middle of the park with Andre Green on the left, Pereira on the right, with Isaac and Iheanacho getting another chance up top today. Let's see how we can get on. Today's game is brought to you live from the Westfalen Stadion. It's Borussia Dortmund versus Leeds United FC. Right, so for this game, it's obviously the second leg. We're 2-0 up technically, but I'm just going to say carry on, where we finished the last match really, because we played really well against Newcastle. Hoping for a bit of a confidence boost here. Not that they need it; they're all very good at least. But yeah, I'm just hoping we're not going to throw it away. I mean, it's always a dodgy scoreline, 2 goals up. It's even worse when there's an away goal involved. I'm just hoping we can get an early goal, cancel it out. Yeah, by the way, I do know I still need a haircut. I'm hoping to get it done, hopefully this Saturday, but I'll have to wait and see. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough game. Other things, obviously, as you're all aware, I'm a new father, and just getting used to the sleeping arrangements. Because what we've been doing is, my girlfriend's been going to bed around between 7 and 9. Call it. It seems to vary. Hold on a minute. Shirley's coming forward and smashes it wide. So yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, I've been looking after Reese. That's his name. I think I mentioned it before, but I've been looking after him on the night. So he's downstairs now, but he's asleep. So Iheanacho, he's got to score in a live come one day, surely. I can't even remember if he scored it last one or not. But yeah, and eventually I take him upstairs, and then Alice does that in the night shift because I'm working. And I keep getting woken up by her, nudging me because I'm snoring, because I'm going to wake him up. I'll wake her up, whatever. It's just what I gotta do to get some shirt tie. But never mind. Here's Gotza, or Gotza, however you pronounce it. I'll bang your mum. Tries to find Renee Adelaide. Is that kid from Arsenal? I think it is, I'm not sure. Could be wrong. Andre Green, he's been playing quite well recently. Karius, that's that Liverpool goalkeeper, isn't it? The one that Migna Legend keeps out. But yeah, it's a long hoof. About 3 white shirts go towards I'll bang your mum. But anyway, and here's Shirley. is in a crossing position. He does cross it. It's taken a deflection. Ruddy's made a right save and then dives on nothing. Get in, Ruddy. Show him how it's done with style. Bit of a tough start though so far. Angelino coming forward now. Green to Isaac. Finds Iheanacho. Oh, delightful ball for Manquillo. It's got to play it earlier than that though. It's got 2 men for company, which is... Oh, Iheanacho, get in. He's actually scored. 2 men for company, which I'm going to say might be Inter. I don't know. Each to their own. But yeah, that goal is massive because it knocks out their away goal. Which is, like I say, it's massive. Iheanacho, near post. Seems to be a common theme in this FM. Near post, crosses, goals. But yeah, Loris Karius getting an injury probably has helped. Right, there's a free kick and Pereira is over it. He plays it somewhere towards Paslak in the end, and now it's Goetze. Delightful ball to show. They've got overloading runners. Oh, it's got past Manquillo, but Veltman's been so solid, especially when there's 21 seconds to go. And Green's in behind. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, Karius makes a save. For those that don't get that reference, So Solid Crew did a song called 21 Seconds. Yeah. Shut up, G. Not bad. Right, corner. Pereira whips it in. Arta heads towards... Well, that's the shockingest goalkeeping. Shockingest clearance I've ever seen. Here's Veltman. Nice reverse ball to Angelino. Plays it in! There's pinball wizard everywhere, but Schiller now hoofs it forward and I'll bang your mum. I caught up saying that. Never mind his real name. Can't even say the thing I say as a joke. Ruddy makes a save though. Ruddy's been so good. I'm tempted to try and sign him as a backup because the injury that Bailey Peacock-Farrell's got, 6 months, 5 to 6 months. I can't remember what it was. Some sort of ligament damage. So yeah, that's fantastic news, isn't it? Thought I'd be able to keep him as backup for ages, but Iheanacho has just come alive. He's come alive. There's a guy on Twitter called Ronnie who follows us, and yeah, first of all, thanks for all your support, mate, because I know you don't leave the comments on YouTube, so I'm assuming you must be watching it some other way. I don't know, or you just, I don't know. I don't know, mate. But anyway, yeah, he were on about like Iheanacho being an absolute beast in complete forward, so that paired with a couple of other comments has made me put him in the complete forward role today, and I thought, I'll see how he goes. But yeah, I've got to say I'm absolutely ecstatic with that. We've got, in fact, I've just realised we've got 2 away goals now, so they need 5 goals to win. So my maths is impeccable. If you need any maths sorted out, just come see me, especially if it's like 1 + 1 or something. Right, but I'm going to say don't get complacent. I'm going to passionately say I'm very happy with Iheanacho because he has been exceptional today. I can't believe it. He did have that early miss and I thought, hey, here we go again. But never mind. Hopefully we can push on. Just put this game definitely to bed with another goal. Don't have it nervy like the last game against Malaga. It's tough for me, that were a pain in dick. But yeah, here comes Shirley. That looks like handball by Adelaide, but it's... What have I just said? That's 2-1. Don't make it nervy. I mean, they need another 4 goals, don't get me wrong, but still makes me a bit nervy when I get a goal early in the second half, because this is Football Manager. I've seen it when it's been 4-0 with 10 minutes to go and they've ended up drawing 4-all. So, albeit that's like non-league, but just still bullshit. But yeah, it's been interesting really. I actually expected, not to jinx it, but I expected Dortmund to put more of a challenge than say Malaga, and we've just dealt with them so well. I mean, bear in mind that the first game, the first leg, we had like players playing out of position. I think we had Downing playing as well at left back, if I remember rightly. It's just like, what the hell's going on? I know we're decent, but we're not world beaters, and it's like we're third in the league at the minute, which I forgot to show you. But basically, we're third in the league. I might have shown it actually. I'll bang your mum's just missed an absolute sitter in at the bar. But we're third in the league. I think we're 4 points clear of Tottenham, but we've got a game in hand. And I think if we win that game in hand, we would be second, I want to say. But we're about, I think we're 5 points off top, which is Arsenal. We've got them in the FA Cup semi-final soon as well, so that'll probably be a live com. It's time to make some changes anyway. I'm going to bring on Jefferson Lerma for Harry Arter. Why not? Because Jefferson Lerma's just an absolute tank. Delafeu has been injured. He's making his return, so he's going to come on for Andrea Green. And you know what? I'm going to give Knox a run out. I'm going to take off Isaac, and I'm going to switch in actually to the false 9, much to your chagrin. Because, you know, I know I speak English apparently. Not. No pressure against Dortmund, because it's Dortmund at the end of the day. I'm so surprised. I actually thought I was going to get absolutely smashed. I mean, I might do after this. Empty glass. Nah, working morning. I'm not 23 anymore. Anyway, Götze finds Adelaide, who got the other goal. He's missed an absolute sitter. They've had 4 clear-cut chances. I mean, we've had 3 to be fair, but we've put 2 of them away. They've only put 1 out of 4. Right, 15 minutes to go in this game, and it's punted over towards Delafeu. He crosses in, knocks one out, like that. He will be doing. He's just scored his first European goal. He's still a young lad, so yeah, I would guess he probably will be giving it the odd. Don't know what the hell I'm doing there. Mankia finds Lerma, knocks it back to Knox. Bloody hell. I was on in an hour, you know, because he's got a few people after him as Knox, and I'm thinking, do I sell him? He's valued at 2.4 million, I think, last time I checked, which was only literally a few days ago. But I'm thinking I'll only probably get double that, money-wise. But if someone comes in for a bid of about 10 million, I might have been tempted to accept it. But, I mean, he's got so much potential. And in this particular save, he's like 6 foot, whereas I've seen in others he's 5'7", so God knows what happens there. But for me, he's got the attributes for a complete forward, but he just says he's got 2 bars as a pie chart. But he suits it. He's obviously a target man, you know, sort of thing. But he's so good. I mean, he's scoring against any team in Europe, really, but particularly a decent side like Dortmund. I mean, we've both just looked, don't get me wrong. I mean, they've just hit the woodwork for the 4th time, which is crazy paving. But I'm not going to complain, because we're going through. I mean, I just can't get over it. I mean, they've had 4 shots on target out of 17. I mean, normally that's us. What's going on there? Right, Ruddy. It's basically the end of game highlight this. Just see it out. It's been really, really, really good stuff to watch as well. Like in the games off camera, play some really good football. I mean, like just like overlapping runs, like with Angelino. That's why I'm so pleased with this tactic that I kind of salvaged bits from the one that I used last year, and just altered a few little things, a few little tweaks here and there. And it just works so well. I just don't understand why it's been so effective, but I've been really pleased with it. I mean, I've been using it as well offline, off on the personal save with Bradford Park Avenue, and it took a while for it to get going because it takes longer to get them to be more fluid with it. But after a while, it just clicked, and everything didn't matter. I mean, I altered it slightly. I changed complete fullbacks to just normal fullbacks on attack, and then complete forward to a target man, and then false 9 to deep line forward, and it's just shit hot. Anyway, I digress. Let's go through to the Tottenham game. Right, before we get into the Spurs game, we've got a small matter of the Euro Cup semi-final. So let's have a look at who we're going to get. Let's do the automatic draw. See who we get. Dynamo Kiev, they got through against Paris Saint-Germain. We've avoided them at Atletico Madrid. I did say last time, I said the teams that I'd say maybe better than Dortmund would be Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid. So that's what we've got, Atletico Madrid. Have a quick gander at them. Yep, Koke, Diego Godin, Diego Simeone is still manager as well. That's for another time though. Let's have a look at Tottenham. Well, get into the game against Tottenham. Just worth mentioning, 200th game in football management with Leeds. Yeah, that's a nice little milestone, isn't it? Right, so a quick look at the table, which I think we did actually have a look beforehand, before the Dortmund game. And yeah, we're now down to 4th. We've actually qualified for the Europa League, apparently, without having to actually win the competition or whatever. But we're 4th. Liverpool have got ahead of us on goal difference. We've got 2 games in hand over them. We have got 2 games in hand over Man United as well. And if we win both games, obviously we go to 2nd. And say if Arsenal win their game, we'll be 3 points behind them. So, yeah, there's still a bit to play for. There's 6 games for us to go. So yeah, let's see if we can see off Tottenham. If we win this, it's a bit of a 6 point in this, because if we win this, we go 7 points clear of them. If they win, we go 1 point clear of them. So there's a lot riding on this. Let's have a quick look at them now. Tottenham. Laurent Blanc is still manager. They did beat us last time, so I'll be looking for revenge this time. I've got Hugo Lloris still as captain, a very, very good goalkeeper. Have to be said. I do like Tottenham, by the way, and I was a little bit gutted that they didn't end up winning the league. How they could lose to West Ham. When they were trying to put the pressure on Chelsea, and Chelsea seemed to be stuttering a little bit. But then obviously I think that just eased all their nerves, and Chelsea went away and just pissed all over the rest of the opposition. But otherwise, Spurs have got Toby Jungereld. It was now 31. I didn't realise he was so old. Very good defender, just a little bit lacking in pace. But that's about it really. Dele Alli, of course, is the key player. Going to be class, this lad. He really is, and I won't be surprised to see him go to Real Madrid in the summer. I hope he doesn't, but I can definitely see him going. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But let's have a look at who we are choosing for today's game. And we've got Ruddy in goal, with Faraoni at right back, Angelino at left back, Ongwene and Veltman continuing in the middle of defence. Have been so solid. I'm not going to do the joke again, don't worry. They've got Lerma and Father Gabriel in the middle of the park, so arguably our first choice. We've got Delafeu on the left, Eunice on the right, with Clough partnering Isaac today, just mainly because of fitness reasons. That's why Iheanacho's been dropped, but he'll probably come on at some point in the second half. So come on, lads, let's show Kanger and Richard Davis, other content creators who support Spurs. Let's show them how it's done. Today's game is brought to you live from New White Hart Lane. It's Tottenham Hotspur versus Leeds United FC. So, Team Talk is purely just going to be revenge. It's a dish best served cold. I can't even get all my words out, but never mind. And then calmly give him some faith as well, and just individually give Isaac a bit of faith. He's gone a little bit off the boil in terms of scoring recently, but he's still getting a lot of assists. Actually broke the assist record, which was previously held by Dallas. But it's going to be an interesting game. This is going to determine whether we'll finish Champions League. If we win this game, I think it's nailed on. If we don't, it's a little bit up in the air. But we've still got the Euro Cup to fall back on, a bit like Manchester United. Yeah, a bit of an interesting situation with what happens there. I can't remember if I've mentioned this on the previous video. Ruddy can't keep out Silva's shot, and we're 1-0 down after 4 minutes already. Disappointing start, but yeah, what happens with the 4th place team? I can't remember if I said it in the previous video, like I said. That's poor goalkeeping, is that, Ruddy? What's that? That's not a save. Yeah, they've got... Oh, they've hit the bar. I felt sure that had gone in. This is a poor start. Not gonna lie, but yeah, if say I don't know, Liverpool finish 4th and Man United win it, the Euro Cup, do Liverpool have to miss out or something? Or I'm sure that was decided when Champions League were won by Liverpool that time. 2-0 down already, and we've already started. This is aggressive Team Talk time. Show some chuffing passion, you schmucks. Father Gabriel has it now. It's Clough. Dele Alli, that's a bit of a dangerous challenge. From behind as well, I might add. Come on now. Silva's underneath it and somehow wins the header as well. We should not be losing that ball. Father Gabriel does well. Back to Ruddy, start again. It's coming forward at pace. And every time I do that, I have reminiscence of my fail of the week first video. Check it out, please, because you'll see some absolutely appalling, like, I'm going to call it programming, because it just would never happen in real life. He runs out and basically boots it against his own defender, and it goes in from 25 yards out, on goal. But anyway, Ruddy catches it. Not feeling too chuffed with this. 2-0 down. What? What did I just see there? Can I watch that back? Let me just watch that back, because I missed that. I kind of want watching. Why? Why would that happen? I mean, it's fortunate it's gone nowhere, but even so, that's appalling. Shocking. I'm going to Clough, get in. That's for the bullshit goal kick. Well, kick out of your hands straight into the chuffing striker who just stands there like a lemon. What a crap. Surely it would have been a free kick for impeding. Never mind. Nice one. Defender just stood on line. There, I just let it go through me. I won't even attempt to clear it. Another thing that's wrong with the game. And these are the sort of things I want you guys to submit. You know, little things like that where you're thinking, well, hold on a minute, that ball's just gone straight through his body. Surely it would have deflected and gone somewhere else. No, not in this game. But come on now, lads. 2-1. I need to encourage it and see what happens with this and give another team talk, I think, from the sidelines. Delefeo's got it. Squares it in field to Lerman with a decent ball, to be fair. Now it's Yunus. Been a little bit quiet in this game. I was hoping to showcase his talents against you, but apparently that talent is non-existent at the moment. Walker's, who is still like lightning and just literally left on Gwynny like he was for dead, like he wasn't even there. And it's 3-1, and it's absolutely abysmal. And it's time to get aggressive again and show some more passion, because that got a result last time. I got a goal out of it. Come on now, lads. Going to be getting a shoe-in at half time, definitely. Probably even a couple of changes as well. Yep, Isaac's going to come off for Iheanacho. I've got to play him now, really. And then I'm going to move Yunus across, because Delefeo's been equally as poor. I'm going to bring up Pereira and see how we get on there. I need to do a team talk and nearly missed it. And I'm going to be aggressive, because that was absolutely shocking. Show me something else. Sort of reaction I was wanting. Let's do it. Right, come on now, lads. This is absolute dog turd. I mean, again, I've been praising them, and it's probably, you know, fair enough because they're a decent side. But come on, man. Half an hour or so to go, and we've got a potential highlight here. Iheanacho's got it. I might just call him Nacho, I don't know yet, because there is actually a real Nacho as a striker, and Clough gets another, and that is why Clough is so vital. He's only deemed a 2.5-star player, but he gets so many vital goals. I mean, it's not necessarily vital because we could still lose 3-2, but he gets goals out of nothing. I mean, Frowney gets the ball in here, and you know, Clough just like somehow moves on his standing leg, slides like to the right, well, to the left in this instance, and in one motion, it kicks the ball. Again, won't happen. I'm just demanding more as the highlight comes on. Dyer finds Loris. I thought he was going to shoot. For some reason, I thought Spurs were going from left to right then. Ericsson gets away from, I'm going to say it's Frowney. It was Frowney. Now it's Cataldi. It was a bit of a thorn in his side last time I played him. Silva, I think, was on a hat-trick, but Angelino deals with it. Clough, delightful ball for Iheanacho. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Come on. Loris. Damn. Anyway, it's a bit more of an even game. I'm going to make my final change after this highlight, I think. It's another corner. Poor corner, to be fair. But I'll take another one. 15 minutes or so to go. Headed away. Silva. Yunus picks up the loose ball and then nearly runs that out of play. Puts it back in. And there you go. I knew there was a Nacho somewhere. And there it was. Right, change. Changes. Knox was so awesome last time. So he's going to... Oh no, because Clough scored 2 goals. I can't take him off. Not really. One player who I can't even speak, who has made a difference recently when coming on is Anthony Green. He's not standout awesome, but he's a good player for this level. If I just quickly highlight this right quick, well, he's got some decent attributes: 17 vision and 15 passing, and he comes up with some really good passes, like to the fullbacks who inevitably cross it in and we score. So I'm hoping for something similar. Come on now, Ruddy. At least this is a better highlight live com than the West Brom one on the second live com on the last video. But Ceballos, is it? Celebos? I don't know. Celibate, that'll do. Silva's in behind though, from a Romero pass, and Ruddy's actually made a save, and then yeah, it's gone in. Did the old FM17 save, or just go crisscross? It seems like anyway. Let's have a look. Oh no, just goes. But that settles it. That means we're 1 point clear with a game in hand, granted. But I think that's any chance we might have had of getting a title, I think, has gone. And they've done a double over us. The only team, I think, to do so. Lerma clears away, but it's going to be too little too late. Great ball to Yunus, by the way, but never mind, these things happen. Spurs, Kanga's going to be, and Rich Davis are going to be going, not bad, about me. But yeah, that was disappointing, wasn't it, really? Nothing else to say. I am going to praise Clough because he did his job. He got 2 goals, got an 8.8. Can't complain. As you can see there, that's how the table is left, and it's very tight at the top now. We've only got 1 game in hand, and if we win it, Man United will drop below us, but because obviously if we win it, we're going to go ahead and goal scored. But that's all the technicalities. We'll get into that later if it comes to it. But that's going to be it for this video. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look and see who we're going to be playing on the next live com, and it's probably going to be focusing on the next live com though. We'll do Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. We're going to play Bournemouth off camera, and yeah, hopefully you can join us for that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button? If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe, and then hopefully we're coming to the climax of this season. Hopefully we're going to be able to come away with it with maybe a little bit of silverware. Atletico Madrid aren't going to be an easy task. Focus 1 game at a time sort of thing. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for it. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.